Hi there. Oh, we got a little kid pool in the front row. Good to see you. I like your suit. It's good to see another variant. How you doing? It's a beautiful day in the neighbor pool. A beautiful day to be Deadpool. It's story time. Story time. Yeah. You got any fans of Mr. Rogers out there today? All right, very vocal. I'm a pretty big fan of Captain America myself. Are you all ready for story time? Yay! Well, that's good to hear because I certainly have a story to tell. Gosh, I love to talk. Yay! Today's story is a beloved bedtime classic, mashed up with a very profitable licensing agreement. You guessed it, it's Cinderpool. Oh, stop, I haven't even started it yet. Now you can cheer more if you'd like. Thank you so much. All right, well that doesn't work. Okay, very nice.
Forgot to pay the bill.
All right, look at these adorable pictures, by the way. Look how cute Dogpool is. Ah! Thank you so much for clapping. I scribbled these myself. Once upon a time. You know what? It just feels wrong when I'm doing it with myself. Let's just say it together now, shall we? 1, 2, 3.
Once upon a time.
Wasn't that so much more fun and interactive when we were all in this together? For those of you that didn't participate, and for the one guy that just said no, get your head in the game. Sorry about that. Excuse me. Well, anyway, upon that time, once, Cinderpool lived in a big mansion with his shiny-headed step-professor and a bunch of hideous step-mutants. The biggest one, Colossus, was always making up stupid rules that no one cared about. Like, please stop labeling other people's food in the fridge with your own initials. And for the love of Feige, stop hanging your underwear from the ceiling fan. How else am I supposed to air that out? Well, anyway, the other main step mutant, Negasonic Teenage Warhead. Such a cool name. I know, right? She was always just texting and rolling her eyes. They were both super jealous because Cinderpool had a much, and I do mean much, larger fan base. They don't call this story time with Colossus now, do they?
No.
One day, an expendable non-union extra came running across the mansion grounds, screaming. King Thanos was planning the biggest battle of Phase 3. Yeah, the last truly relevant phase. Cinderpool desperately wanted to go to this big battle, but Colossus said no. Too dangerous. Cinderpool don't know how to be part of team. And then Colossus ripped up Cinderpool's nicest costume before Negasonic Teenage Warhead, again, such a cool name, made it explode into 1,000,000 pieces with her mind powers. And then popped her gum. Oh, so Gen Z. Oh, on fleek. Sigma. No cap. Oh, did I do it right, Kate? Okay, that's good. Cinderpool felt very bummed and felt very vulnerable and exposed. Minus 100,000 aura, as Negasonic would say. He stumbled out onto the mansion grounds, stumbling for dramatic effect. Hello there, camera. When suddenly, a big, strange, sparkly circle appeared. And from out of that big, strange, sparkly circle... Wolverine! Alright, come on, Loki Bear, you have to actually step through the big, strange, sparkly circle, otherwise the audience isn't gonna know that you're here yet.
Where is he?
Oh, yes! Oh man, I'm so glad we get to tag team this together. Yesterday I had to do it with myself. I do. Alright, let's get started, shall we? Oh, very hairy god mutant Wolverine! I desperately want to go to this big battle, but my mean step mutants vaporize my costume! Growled Wolverine lovingly. Well, I have to go to the big battle. I need a new costume.
So just get another costume then, and stop writing me into these stories.
Okay, well, after that very sage and somewhat Australian advice, Cinderpool headed off to the wardrobe department to get a freshly laundered costume. Now that he was looking very cutesy and very demure, he finally... Thank you. He finally went off to that big battle. Cinderpool missed most of it, though, because he stopped for some delicious chimichangas along the way.
Yeah.
Kipple knows. Yeah, exactly. Oh, he's got a little chimichanga in the front row. You deserve another high five. He would have been late to this battle, too, clearly. All right, well, anyway, was very late to this battle, but I just want to be clear. The Avengers were still winning. Captain America looked so cool and so ruggedly handsome in those pants. Oh, I love Mr. Rogers. And meanwhile, Cinderpool's fairy hairy god mutant Wolverine was...
I'm going to Pim's.
All right, Pim's Test Kitchen. Bye, Wolvie. Thank you for coming, Logie Bear. Well, that's all right. I don't think we really had the rights to him back then anyway. Well, moving on along, then, as the aliens were finally fleeing away in defeat, Cinderpool saw something on the steps of one of the spaceships. It was a single glove. High five, Kid Bull. Wow, this glove was so fancy. Big and gold with beautiful jewels. I think there were 6 of them, not that that's really relevant information. I wonder who this fits, thought Cinderpool, before trying it on. After some clicking, whizzing, and whirring, it adjusted right to Cinderpool's arm. Then, out of nowhere, Iron Man came flying in out of left field screaming, "Please take that off. This is my sacrifice to make. I really don't want to be Iron Man until I'm 90. In fact, I would rather be doomed than be Iron Man again. Doomed, I tell you." Trust me, I am just as confused as you guys are. And then other, much less relevant Avengers came running in too, saying things like, "Please put that down, that's not a toy, whatever you do, do not snap." So obviously Cinderpool snapped. Oh, Cinderpool snapped a bunch, both physically and mentally. And then the weirdest thing happened. It was probably unrelated to Cinderpool's actions, but half of everyone kept disappearing, and then reappearing, and then disappearing again. So many people were crying. Tony said "I love you" like 3,000 times, which is kind of weird. But eventually, everyone did come back. Except for those that text and called during a movie theater experience. We didn't want them back. Yeah, but everyone else did. But then, the Avengers tackled Cinderpool, ripped off his new favorite glove, and when they went on to remake the movie, they CGI'd Tony's head onto Cinderpool's majestic body, and it went on to become the most profitable film of the Feige cinematic universe. The FCU, as I like to call it. I know, I'm still workshopping that acronym. I feel like there's just one too many letters. Well, anyway, everything worked out for Cinderpool, because old Cinderpool went on to start his own, even more successful franchise. Yeah! Thank you. Yeah, who's relevant now? It was so successful, in fact, that Cinderpool was eventually invited to be part of the Avengers Endgame 2. Electric Boogaloo. Yeah, in theaters at, well, some point. Well, that's the end. Game, if you will. All right, we got like 7 people that enjoy puns. That's nice. Didn't practice that in the shower all morning or anything. Well, thank you all for coming, especially you, Deadpool, to another glorious story time with your new favorite Disney princess.
Yeah!